on, so I'm just gonna make a cup of coffee. It is about 3:21. I've been running errands all day long. I sold my car this morning. Yeah, I sold my car this morning, and so I haven't gotten a replacement car just to like get out from under the monthly payment. So I'm gonna make some iced coffee. I sold my car this morning and I haven't gotten a replacement car for it yet, and so I've been driving Tom's Toyota Land Cruiser, and it has no AC, and so I had a 35-minute drive here. I drove around town, did some errands, and I was sweating driving that car with no AC. And I'm about to do some wax work. I don't need that much. So I was about to do some wax work. You know what? I was about to make this iced coffee, but I don't have any whole milk. I don't think I can make iced coffee. Because if I have creamer, but I think if I only use creamer, it's gonna be like way too sweet. Hey, happy Monday. I want iced coffee. I think I need milk for iced coffee, like milk. Darn it, I need to get some milk. Okay, I'll just have ice water then because it's hot. But I'm about to start wax carving a ring. I have the wax injector warming up because I have another ring. So I'm making the mini starry night ring. That's the one that we'll be doing right now. And then I will be injecting the Madrina ring, like a full set ring. So I just gotta wait for the wax injector to heat up. These are always scary to try and pull out. Ooh. This is from my little mini fridge. Yeah. There's so much to catch up on. I wish like every YouTube video that I post was like a live, you know? Where I could just summarize it all in a nice pretty bow. I'll have a dog here to eat the ice cubes that I dropped. Oh, hey, how are you? I got all of my class lists done over the weekend, and I just have to choose dates for them now. And so those classes, if you're watching this later, the classes are gonna go live on my website this Wednesday. So today's the 11th, so the 13th, you'll be able to sign up for some jewelry making classes. I've got a casting class. I have like a wax carving for beginners class, some stone setting classes, some like casting stones in place class, and they're all 2-day courses. Most of them are going to be Tuesday and Wednesday classes, and then I'll have one of them over the weekend for people who can't come during the week. But I can't do them all over the weekend because I have to stay open on the weekend so I can sell my jewelry like to the actual public. One of the perks of like having a storefront is taking advantage of the foot traffic. So I gotta like try and balance both. Dang, I need to get like a little tray to just like an empty one, just dump it in, and that way I can pull the ice out. Because they're just dumping all over the sink. That's okay, I'll refill it. I need to get some milk tomorrow so I can actually have an iced coffee. Oh, and then my son starts school this week too, which is cool because I've had to have people watch him, and like, it just honestly, like, as much as you want to try and work, like when you work for yourself, as much as you want to say like, oh, I'll still be working just as much when they're out of school, it is really hard to work like when you're in charge of your schedule and everyone knows you're in charge of your schedule. You always end up like working less because you have to, you know, entertain and watch. And he starts school tomorrow, which I'm really excited about because now I don't have to worry about like what he's doing or if he's happy. Okay. It's not iced coffee, but it'll do. Oh man. If you weren't here like in the beginning, I was saying that I sold my car this morning, and so I've been driving for the last, like, running errands, and this morning for the last, like, probably 2 hours, like, running around in a car with no AC, and it's about like 90 something degrees today here in Idaho, and it's so warm. So I just, like, I feel like I'm just still so warm. Actually, I have AC in here. I'm gonna have it down. All right, can I grab my gemstones? Got it. Where are they? Here, over on my desk still. Hang on, guys, let me find my moistenites and my Montana sapphires. Everything is still kind of in, like, a disarray in here, and I gotta, like, get reorganized. So I got that. I need to have, like, a clear stone, like, tray, you know, so I can just see them all in one spot. And that way I don't have to, like, sift through a tiny drawer for my stuff. Okay. This one's a 7.5. Whenever I was getting all of my stuff for my like classroom studio part of it all, I love this like contraption for my wax stuff. You just slip it on there and then you can take them off, and it comes with a bunch of different sizes and half sizes, but they didn't have any more, and they were out of stock, and they weren't gonna have them in stock until like after my first classes. And that I just couldn't, that will never work. So I had to go with the Pepe Tools one, which is not bad. I've never used it before. I was messing around with it the other day, but it's these long ones. But they have a platform and they just sit right here. And you can like do the same thing, it twists, and then you can take it off as well. So if you wanna like hold it, you can. But I wanted to get the other ones for everyone's benches just because they're so convenient. Trying to find a little paddle to get further down. All right. I'm gonna size this one before I go in. And I was watching a video and someone said that it's a lot easier to clean your wax tips if you have some steel wool, and to like dip your wax pen in the steel wool. Cause I used to use a sponge, but it just burns my sponge. Like it would immediately dry up the wax on there, and like the water, like the wetness and the water from the sponge would make the wax dry on the pen. So I don't know, it just, but I saw someone say like use a thing of steel wool and just shove your pin in there and it'll clean it off. So I just got that steel wool today, but I'm gonna try that. The only downside, and I love our YouTube space over here, and this isn't a complaint about anyone, it's a complaint about YouTube. But they don't let you listen to music while you work. Like if I listen to any music, it won't monetize my videos. It'll mute them, and you can't have them muted. But anyway, when you do lives on TikTok, you can play music in the background and it won't mute your video or flag you, but it also doesn't save your video. So like it'll disappear, unlike YouTube. So maybe that's the big difference, but it sucks having to like sit in silence and like I can't play any music in the background because it'll just get taken down and be muted. I like listening to music like a little bit in the background, and I don't want elevator music, you know, but they'll get you with the copyright stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I think Brandon's just being funny. What wax pen do you use? I've been using the wax tools and the lamp for the time being. Okay, so like using the spirit lamp. I use the Pepe Tools one, the Touch-O-Matic. Here, I'll show you. I really love this one. I've been using it for about, I guess March was a full year. So it's been like a year and 8 months or something like that. It's a Touch-O-Matic wax pen. It's really cute, really light, and it comes with a few different tips, and then it has a sensor. This is the best part, is like the sensor in the handle. So when you hold it, it gets warm. If you can see the orange light, I don't know if you can see that light in there. And then when you let it go, it stops glowing and it stops heating up, and then you just grab it again and the orange light turns on. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, I think that light is like countering this one. But yeah, that's why I really, really, really like that. By the way, the steel wool trick works really well if you need to clean your wax pen, so you don't have a bunch. If you don't clean your wax pen, you'll have a bunch of black stuff on it, and whenever you're building up your wax, you'll end up with black specks in your wax. So just make sure you find a way to keep them clean. I used to sit there sometimes and just like pick at it with my nail just to like get it clean, just so I didn't get stuff in my wax. But this steel wool works really, really, really well. So pick some up if you find that you have like burnt bits in your wax. That should help. You're welcome, Adam. We got one question. When is a piece with diamonds? When is a piece with diamonds do you cast with stones on? Do you mean like when do I choose to cast with stones in place? Is that what you mean? Like how do I choose when to cast stones in place? I'm guessing that's what you mean, but I'm not for sure. Let me know if that's what you mean, and I'll answer that question. Because it really is just a design choice. Like if that wasn't your question, but someone else is curious, it's just a design choice. Like you can only achieve, like you get a certain look when you're casting stones in place, and so it's just purely design choice. Like I like setting my stones, but if I can cast a stone in place and it fits what I'm trying to achieve just style-wise, I'll do. I like casting stones in place, but it can be like hit or miss sometimes, and so I don't take it lightly to do it. Like that's why I don't cast every stone in place for my designs. But also not every stone can be cast in place, but you know what I'm trying to say. Jewelers and me when I look at your amazing setup. You've done so well. Thank you so much, Adam. I appreciate that. It's taken a really long time, like a really long time. It's been 4 years, and I know that doesn't sound like a very long time. Like 4 years, like objectively in like life, it's not a really long time. But when you're living it, it's a long time. But yeah. John ring is gorgeous. Oh yay! I'm so glad you like it. I'm so glad you got that ring. I love that one so much. I'm glad it's being shown off to the whole world. It deserves to be seen by the world. Let's see. I'm so glad. I'm really happy. I feel like it's a good like self-defense thing too, you know? It's like wearing a pretty set of brass knuckles everywhere you go. The precast and the kiln, which took me a while to get, but when I saw your video on the microscope and dress engraver setup, I had to set a new goal. You're funny. I will say, I love my Leica and it's so good. I got Vever ones for the class so that people can at least see like really close up. It's so much easier to learn under a microscope than it is to learn with your naked eye or with like optivisors. So I did get Vever ones for every single bench and they are really good. And it came with the Vever microscope, it was the microscope head, like an acrobat style arm, like kind of just like my GRS one. It's not as like fluid, but it works well. And then it came with a micro ball vise as well that works really well. It just needs to be, like the bottom is made of plastic, like the base that it sits on top of, so you got to put some kind of like silicone strips underneath it or something to keep it from moving around. But it's really good for what it costs. I think overall, like the micros, you can find them for like $370, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's right. And they are really good. So if you are on a budget and you don't have the money to spend for the Leica A60 and that $350 range fits in your price point, and I really do think that could get you super far. It would at least buy you like years so that you can practice under a microscope and learn under a microscope, if you're like very serious about stone setting and stuff, or like detailed wax carving. But that Vever one is actually really good. So maybe consider that if you are on a really tight budget. When you place a CC in wax, do you cover the sides of the stone or do it like a cabochon? So like, are you talking about casting in place? You want to make sure that there's wax over the girdle of the stone, just like if you were to flush set it or bezel set it, like you said. And then you get to decide how much you want it to go over, just for, like style-wise. What would be a good starter tool or starter setup for a person who wanted to make small jewelry sculptures? Like say wanted to turn a spoon into a designer's skull with snake eyes and sword descending. Oh, that's cool. Small, but you're talking about making them, so you're talking about turning spoons into a design. I mean, I'm assuming you would need some files, a jeweler's saw, a mandrel to help you wrap stuff around, like hammer it around. So you need a mandrel, and really that's maybe like a set of ball burrs and a set of diamond burrs, and that way you can kind of like carve out some eyes, but you wouldn't need a whole lot. And maybe some like a butane torch, like something like this, so that you can heat up the spoon to make it a little more malleable, and then quench it and then do your shaping and stuff. I think that would probably be good. How do you find the focal length on the Vever, is how you spell it? When you say focal length, like, do you mean like how far apart the eyes should be? Or are you talking about like the distance between the actual microscope part? Oh, the distance to the work, okay. It'll come, the one, whenever you buy the Vever one, it comes with an objective lens that's a 0.53, I believe, objective lens, and that gives you that extra working space. So I would just go with what they send you on that one. Because even with my Vever, or my Leica one, I bought an objective lens that was the same. So yeah, the one that they send you will work really well. Are you watching the meteor showers happening tonight? Oh, I didn't know that there was a meteor shower. I should. We have good like nights, good like dark skies here in Idaho. So yeah, I'll have to go look at that with my son. I bet my son would really like that. You're welcome, Adam. Okay, let's see. I'm sorry, I'm so thirsty. Okay. I think the band is almost good on the outside. I'm just gonna flatten this side a little bit more. If you're coming here late, I talked about this earlier in the live, but I'm gonna be releasing my class list on Wednesday of this week. So I think August 13th that is, right? Because if it's 11th. I will be releasing them on my website. So if you're interested in taking a class in person, I would love it if you came and took a class in my studio, but I'll have everything on my website, like all the details and prices and all that jazz on there on Wednesday. But I'll have casting classes and stone setting classes, like wax build-up classes, casting stones in place classes. What else? I think I said casting ones already. Yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited to start sharing more like in person. How do you source your silver? Do you buy a big brick? No, I buy casting grain from Rio Grande. So if you go to their website, I have a wholesale account with them, and so I get all of my casting grain there. And yeah, it comes in like little, it looks like little beads. And it's just, it helps the metal like melt quickly. Wish I could remember the UK. Oh, well, maybe one day you'll find yourself visiting the US and I'll just bundle it all together. The classes range anywhere from $450 to, I think my most expensive class is $900. And that all just depends on how many hours we're here. Well, not like how many hours we're, but how many hours the class is. And then the tools that we use. So like the stone setting classes where we're using gravers, like you get to take home gravers and bulbers, and like we're gonna learn how to sharpen gravers. You're gonna use all the microscopes and all that jazz. Then that's the most expensive class. And then the more affordable classes are gonna be the wax carving classes, like the introduction to wax carving class. And yeah, so that's where it ranges, anywhere between $450 and $900. And then also like the stone setting classes are the longer ones too. So there we'll be here like 2 full days. Get my drill bits. The only downside to not having my wax carving bench next to my big bench anymore is I can't just like reach across and get what I need. Okay. So I'm just gonna carve out the seat for the stones. Haven't made one of these in a while, the little mini Starry Night rings. A moped? I live too far away to drive a moped. I have to drive, I drive about 25 minutes, sometimes more, depending on the traffic, to my studio. And although Idaho does have perfect weather, like in the summertime for a moped, but also like I want to live a really long time, you know, and I feel like motorcycles and stuff, your chances get lower. I see people like riding with no helmets and no leather gear and stuff, and I'm like, your mom would be so angry with you right now. Like, if your mom could see you right now, she would thump you in the forehead. My mom brain goes off. No, put your safety gear on. I want to make a badass stretchers for stretching painted canvas using precious metals, maybe silver. Do you think I could successfully solder stretchers engraved? I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what a stretcher is for stretching painted canvas. Gotta go. Thanks again for the advice. Have a good day, Adam. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good day. For paintings. Usually wooden frame stretched canvas. So are you talking about like it's a tool that you use to stretch the canvas over the wood? And you're wanting to like engrave on that tool? Is that what you're talking about? Turn this down, it's smoking a little too much. It's already almost 4 o'clock, holy moly. Basically just solder a metal frame, like a square. Oh, I mean, yeah, you can solder anything that you want. If it's really, really, really big, I mean, that could be kind of hard. Just get, you can get some solder paste that's easy or extra easy, depending on where you're buying it from, and that way it's easier to solder at like a lower temperature. Hello. I'm good, how are you? I'm very good. I'm very busy, a little overwhelmed sometimes, but doing okay. Things are coming along. One day at a time. Me too. That's a downside to being in the studio now, especially once I take the paper off the windows. No more midday naps. No more, I have a headache, I'm gonna go lay down naps. But it's good. It's so much easier to like balance work and life with all of my work being here and not being able to touch it until I get back the next day, you know? Like there's no way to accidentally like get stuck in here for until midnight or 1 a.m. because I have to go home, you know? So it has been good in that sense. Like it's really definitely going to make things better, where like I'll actually either relax or clean my house or do some laundry. Go play basketball with the kid in the backyard. Like it's so hard to separate work whenever it's in your house. You feel like you should always be doing it. If you're not doing it, then you're wasting time, you know? It's hard not to feel that way. And that's not good. That's not a good way to be, especially even if you love what you do, it shouldn't be, you can't let it take over your life. So I am very grateful that I have this space that I can come in, do what I need to do, and then go home and do what I need to do. People are ripping down this street today. That's good. I'm glad. We have your coffee bar up and running to keep you energized. Yeah, I have some coffee. I have a little coffee machine back there, and I wanted to make iced coffee. It's too hot for hot coffee today. And I forgot milk. I don't have any milk, so couldn't make any iced coffee. I'm running on water today, and that's not how I operate. I need coffee. Sorry, I already mentioned this, but when will classes start in the new facility? Yay! I finished classes over the weekend, like doing the syllabus and the cost, like calculating costs and stuff. And I will have those available on my website on Wednesday. So Wednesday, you'll be able to see all the classes and when they are. I'm still working on choosing dates. I think the first class will probably start mid-September. Because I'm planning on opening my doors September 5th, like to the public. So I think classes will be mid-September, and they'll be up on Wednesday. So yeah, I'm very excited. Very, 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 very excited. I'm excited to meet people in person and teach in person. You're welcome. Do you ever worry about sharing too much of your business ideas, like don't master craftsmen try to hide their techniques? You know, I think a lot of people used to hide their stuff more often, but I don't feel like threatened by anyone, and I don't mean that in like a cocky way. I mean that in like I am who I am and I make what I make, and if people want to buy from me, then they're going to buy from me, and if they want to buy from someone else, then they'll buy from someone else. But I'd rather be like here making my best stuff so that people want to buy, they can buy it if they want it, and be a helpful person to others in my career field as well at the same time. And if people take my ideas or, you know, whatever, then like that's on them, and that would speak to them. But I'm happy to share. I don't have any secrets of the trade. I like to help others. I want other people to be successful, and I don't ever think that anyone else's success is going to dampen mine. So no, I don't. I do. My age limit for my classes is 16. Just because of like the sharp tools, the rotary tools, like if it's a casting class, we're gonna be pouring hot metal, like, so yeah, 16. Thank you, thank you. I like teaching. I really, really like being helpful, like, and it's not completely selfless. Like I get a lot of personal joy from it. You know what I mean? Like it's not, I do it because I want to help others, but also it makes me feel really happy. Like I like helping people and sharing and meeting new people and casting is dangerous. Like when I do glasswork, I have had it explode in my face. So understand, Jesus. Yeah, it can be, I mean, anything can happen. And at the end of the day, like I feel like 16 is when the responsible like age limit really hits in, and everyone's different at every age, but yeah, I gotta be a little careful with that. Yeah, I'm sure you're very mature for your age though, but yeah, I just have to be careful. And with like insurance and stuff, you know. Started watching your journey a while ago, I think from the beginning almost, since then I've enrolled in Joy School. Awesome, that's so cool. I'm so happy for you, and thanks for watching and being here. Just like people, people do not have to buy my jewelry to be supportive. Like just being here, like in the live, talking, chatting, hanging out, watching my videos, liking my videos, like all of it helps me tremendously. And it feels nice to have like support around it, because I'm like the only one like near me, you know, that does this and likes it. And so it's nice to make like connections and stuff and meet other people that like what I like and want to go down this road. So that makes me really happy, very happy. It's fun. It's the best decision I've ever made. It's not been like easy by any means, but yeah, definitely the best thing I've ever done, for sure. What is the cheapest amethyst ring? Maybe my mini Cassie. I think my mini Cassie in silver with amethyst is probably the most affordable one that I can think of. I think it's like in the 200, maybe less, somewhere in there. But it's got 5 amethyst that are flush set in there, I believe. I make my jewelry, which is different than yours, and building a place out back of my house to do more fire and kiln work. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. There's a huge perk to like still being on your own property for sure. That's really exciting. You can just go out, run out there, turn your kiln on, run back in. It's something I'm kind of having trouble with having my studio way out here is like I have a flask that I'm gonna have to burn out for 14 hours. So that means either I'm here for 14 hours to babysit the kiln, or I have to decide if I'm comfortable letting my kiln burn out overnight, which I know people do, but there's just something sketchy about it to me. But being here for 14 hours, you know, it's something I didn't have to worry about whenever my kiln wasn't in my house, because I could babysit it, you know, without having to be right there the whole time. Whereas now, I gotta figure out what to do about it, but I don't know. I do have like a digital monitoring system that I can monitor the kiln from home, but that doesn't help me much if something ever happens, so I don't know. There are perks to everything, pros and cons. You inspired my son to start his jewelry business with a focus on men's jewelry. Very cool. Excited money. Oh, that's awesome. That makes me really happy. That's cool. I feel like there's a big need for more men's jewelry. Like, it's been in my head to make some more men's jewelry just because I have been asked, but because it's just not top of mind for me because I'm not a dude. There need to be like more like jewelry designers for men, honestly. Just to, and like I don't know what men like, you know? So that's awesome. I'm very happy for him. I hope he's liking what he's doing. And if he wants to take a class, I'd be happy to do that too. How do you sell your jewelry online or in store? So I sell my jewelry all online. I just got my first storefront. It's where I'm at right now. And I'll be opening September 5th to the public. And so this is my first storefront. I don't ever foresee myself being like a super, super big place with multiple storefronts, but I guess like never say never, but that's not been the goal. So yeah. First time class for me. Oh, I'm so glad. That makes me so happy, because you never know, you never really know what people want, you know, and what they'll be excited about. And yeah, that makes me very happy, because it's been on my brain for at least the last like year, almost year and a half, and I've just been so scared to do it, to be honest, like just scared. Timing, but there's never really a good time to do something that big, so I just was like, okay, it's now or never, do it or don't. But I'm very excited. Trying to save up money to get one. If you have a fire suppression system you could trigger remotely, I would say do it, but if you're in the United States, babysit the thing. Yeah. I'm about to make rings. I braided rings out of stainless steel. Very cool. What polishing drill do you recommend? I use, before I got my my RB sit-down polishing motor, I just used my Fordham SR pendant motor, and you can get some faux, they're like faux, what are they called? They're on Rio Grande. It's not a faux leather wheel, but it's a faux buffing wheel. It almost looks like leather. If you look on their website, you'll know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's a chamois, CHAMOIS. I think it's called Faux Chamois wheel. Anyway, just get 2 of those, and then, or a pack, it comes in a pack of 5, and then you can get some, I like to use Picasso Blue Last, and then let me show you the red one. I don't remember what the red one is. So Picasso Blue is the last one, and then this is the one that I use first. It's called Luxer. I think on Rio Grande's website, you can screenshot it if you want. I think on Rio Grande's website, it's called Luxer Pink, or Pink Luxer. So those are 2 compounds that I use. And those, I use them for silver and for gold. So they should work for you. Here's an up here. Well, I just don't have like a men's jewelry mentality. I'd like to maybe spend some time and think about it, because I wouldn't mind making men's jewelry. What's your setup for photographing your products? Are you DIYing or have more professional rig? I would say it's more DIY. I just got a light box on Amazon, like a $30 one, and I use one of those box lightings. It's like diffused, you know, it's like it's like this big, and I think that was like 20 bucks. It was like, and it's got a big light bulb on the inside and a white sheath on the front, and it diffuses the light. It ends up looking a lot like that. And I put that in front of the light box, and then I usually take my DSLR camera. So that's probably the most professional thing about my photography for my jewelry. Yeah. Flap leather wheel, there you go, that works too. What's the most popular, most selling piece on your website? Probably, it's between like my Adela and my Rafe necklaces, or my Madrina rings. My Madrina rings are really popular. It's like a 3-piece set. Just watch your 6-month revenue video. How much have you made now? My revenue's gone down so much because I haven't been posting very regularly, because I've been opening my storefront, and then the beginning of the year was super busy, and I let YouTube fall to the wayside because I was just trying to keep up. So not much. I mean, maybe around 380 to 400 a month. And like, I think when I filmed the 6-month video, like ad revenue was around like 800, I think, a month, somewhere in there, sometimes a little less. But way better then. But I was also posting more consistently then. But also I think summertime, like ad dollars, like AdSense, it goes down. So I think around Christmas time, it'll probably go up again. But I need to get back. I need to prioritize YouTube again. And like, every time I get through one of my busy stages, I'm like, okay, I need to get back on my YouTube videos. I love filming and editing my YouTube videos. And then I go down some other road that takes up my time, like the storefront. This wasn't a part of my plan at the beginning of the year. It kind of fell into my lap on March, maybe somewhere around March, and then it just escalated, and then it just ran away, and it just all happened so fast. So yeah, once I get open and get started and get settled, I'm hoping I can pick up YouTube again, because editing and filming takes a lot of time. As much as I love it, I have to prioritize like business and making my jewelry. Hello, Lori. My classes are gonna range anywhere from $450 to $900, depending on like how long the class is, and how many tools we use, like using the microscopes and using gravers and all that stuff. But they'll be live on Wednesday, so if you're interested in classes, go to my website on Wednesday. There's a classes tab. You'll already see the classes tab now, but I don't have the classes in, and you can see like more details about it. You did a great job in your videos and marketing. Thank you. How did I learn the marketing side of business? I don't, I've just been winging it this whole time, and just doing what I think people like, I guess, and just trying to be consistent, trying to post all the time. And all I know is that like showing up matters a lot, and like and being present matters a lot, and it helps sales. So I just show up as much as I can. Do you recycle your silver shavings yourself, or do you send them off? I actually have never sent off my silver ever before. It's all still in my catch tray from the very first, like, you know, And I have some in a bag too, like a Ziploc bag. But I recycle all of my castings, like all of my trees. I recycle them, melt them down. If I've got pieces that I didn't end up using, I'll melt those down and reuse that silver. Other than that, it's still in my catch tray. I should probably send it to be, like all the dust and stuff, to be refined and paid out. How do you mass produce your pieces in China? What? No, I make them all. I make silicone molds of all of my work, so I can wax inject them, and then I can take the injection and touch them up, put the stones in. Some get cast in place, some don't. These will. But yeah, no. Everything is made by my hands in my studio, and it never leaves me. My store's name is the same as my business name, so Matera Made. Matera Made. It'll probably say like on the window, like Matera Made Jewelry Studio or something like that, just to let people know, like people that don't know me in the city, kind of have a good idea of what I do. Because if I just saw Matera Made walking down the street, I'd be like, what's that? Who's that? If you do all by hand, how will you keep up with demand? You don't sleep. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Maybe one day I'll hire some help, and maybe I'll have someone cast for me, or maybe I'll have someone do all of my wax work and then I can cast and set my stones, or maybe I'll have someone just do everything alongside me maybe one day. My hope is that one day, whenever I grow and I get really busy and I need to hire help, that I can retire Tom from his job and he can come work with me, because I love him and we have so much fun being together, and we could definitely work together all day and be super fine. I do answer emails, yeah. I get behind on them sometimes, but I do try and keep up with them. How'd you get into this? Very curious. I have a whole YouTube video if you want to watch it about how I got into jewelry making and the whole long story. But pretty much COVID. I mean, it was like, I feel like a lot of people have that origin story. But we were locked down and I was bored and I started learning how to make jewelry. I just taught myself everything that I know, and I did take a class this year too, but up until May I was completely self-taught, and I just got obsessed with it, and I learned. But yeah, just out of sheer boredom. I didn't even really know that this was a viable career. I didn't really know that people made jewelry by hand like this. Like, I thought everything was just like made with a computer, and like I didn't know that you could do this as a career, and you definitely can. It's a lot of work, but definitely still possible. Okay, I think that this one's good. I just need to check the ring size, and then we'll go inject a mold for the Madrina ring. Do you struggle and you work extra hours? And if it's joy to make jewelry, you never work. If it also energy, always. Yep, I agree, Eric. I did not get anything. I've had things get lost in the mail recently though, so I don't know. But that's very sweet of you. Someone's enjoying it. Feathers didn't train, even though they may later go their own way. Got into coding, switch careers too during lockdown. Oh, that's very cool. I think a lot of people switched careers during that time. Who's Tom, your husband is my wife, business can put unwanted strains on the relationship, just my 2 cents. Yeah, Tom is my husband, and no, we work really well together. We love spending a lot of time together, and honestly, I wouldn't. That's like a dream. I wouldn't worry about that. Everyone's different, you know? Do you find it cheaper to go sterling unless a client wants gold? I mean, yes, it's cheaper to go with sterling silver, but I make a lot more money off of my gold work. So I like working more with gold because it helps me pay my bills. So I would way rather work with gold, but I do always want to offer silver because I want people to have an affordable option. If they like my jewelry, but they don't have the budget for gold, I don't want people to not be able to wear my work because I only offer gold, you know? But I do love working in gold. I love the way it looks. And it does help pay the bills. Okay, let me make sure that this is a good size. I haven't used this mandrel yet. This one's a 7.5, I believe it's supposed to be. I think I might have used the wrong mandrel tip. 7.5. I think I used a size 7 mandrel tip because this is size 7. Let me just, no big deal. Cut this down. Hello. You're so sweet, Brianna. Actually, it's ready to move from my hobby to occupation. Oh, that's awesome. I just waited for my retirement payment, focus on jewelry. That's awesome. I'm very happy for you. Very, very happy for you. It's a very, very, very lucky thing to get to do something that you love. Like in general, just very lucky. I spent so many years of my life, and I know a lot of other people do too, doing things that made me really, really, really unhappy. And so I'm extremely grateful to just be happy, you know? So I'm very, anytime I see someone that's like, that I know that decision is going to bring them just joy, like in general, I feel very happy for you, because what a relief and how lucky we are to just get to be happy. Very happy for you. So that's your business young and I can expand. Yes. Yeah, you're gonna be so much better off just because of how early it got started. For sure. Okay, this should be a 7.5 now. Just double check. And she is 7.5. I don't know if you can see her very well. But, are you Spanish or Portuguese? I am Mexican. My dad is, came to America when he was 16, 17 years old. So Mexican. And then my mom is Spanish and Greek. But yeah. It's never too late, like never. I totally get wanting to start sooner, and you can say that about anything. But it's never too late to get, like, to be good and to grow something. So you can say, like, you right now, Lori, at whatever age you are right now, when you're even older, when you're 75, you're gonna say, I wish I would have started earlier. I wish I would have started when I was 40, you know? When you're 60, you're gonna say, I wish I would have started when I was 40, or I wish I would have started when I was 50, 10 years ago. 69, you still have so much time to do something fun that you love. And I mean, if you don't even, well, now, like, you might not even have to sell your jewelry to just love it, but never too late to start something new and fun. And whether it's a hobby or something that you sell, never too late. What stones to stay away from when casting? Are you talking about like casting stones in place? I only cast moissanite, sapphire, rubies, and I've never tried garnets, but I've heard that you can cast those in place. But yeah, those are the ones I try and cast in place. Yeah, I don't really go anything outside of that. Oh, you could do cubic zirconia too. Oh, that gives me an definitely you have many more years. Many, many, many. You're gonna be 128. Good luck, I just closed my retail store and doing wholesale only. Oh, nice. Glad I give it a go. I'm better off at the bench in front of the counter. No, I totally get that. I'm very curious to see, because I know that the grass is not always greener, and I'm okay with figuring things out myself. I hope that I like fall in love with what this could be. So I'm very excited and eager to see what it's gonna be like. But thank you very much. That's really sweet. Thank you. I love you guys too. It's been an hour. I'm gonna go. I gotta inject one more ring. It's already 4:25. I try to be home by 5:30. So I just need to knock out one more ring and get it invested for tomorrow. And then, yeah, I will, like I said, I've got my classes coming up on Wednesday. So I'll have them on my website. If you're curious about a class, if you want to take a class, I'm in East Idaho. I'm gonna have all the classes up on Wednesday on my website. The website's still just my name. And yeah, I'm excited. I hope I get to like meet some of you guys in person and teach you in person. And we're gonna do more lives this week too. So yeah, last questions and then I'll go. When casting garnets, use your microscope and look for fractures. Good thinking. If none, you're good. If you even see a small flaw, avoid. Thank you, Eric. Do you do any repairs that might help with cash flow? I'm not planning on doing repairs. I want to try as much as I can to focus on the things that I love and stay away from the things that I don't love so I don't burn myself out. But I don't think I'm going to do repairs. I think I'm going to focus on custom work, classes, and like selling from my website. And obviously in person. If I get sales in person, then great. But there's a jeweler that's been here for 20 plus years on my same street, like way down there, and they do a lot of traditional jewelry and they do a lot of repairs, and they probably know way more about that than I do. So someone would be way better going to them for that than coming to me. So yeah. Oh, you're so sweet. It's a thought that counts. All right, well, I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you, Angie. Have a good evening. I'll see you guys later this week. We'll definitely do some more lives. I'll be in here all week now that Isaac is going back to school tomorrow. We don't have to like tiptoe around work anymore and feel guilty about being, at work. So yeah, it'll be back to normal this week. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I will see you later this week. Bye, Lori. Bye, Angie. Bye, Brianna. Bye, everybody.